Welcome back to the Boilermaker Breakdown. I'm Lisa Singleton, here to update you on the week that was in Purdue Athletics. The baseball and softball teams continued their non-conference road trips, while the basketball teams were staying busy in the NCAA tournament. The men opened their tournament with a 65-43 win over St. Peter's before falling to VCU in the round of 32. The loss brought a curtain down on the great careers of Juwan Johnson and Eachwan Moore. Johnson, this year's Big Ten Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year, ended his career as Purdue's 7th leading scorer all-time. He also ranks 5th in career rebounding and 2nd all-time in blocked shots. Moore ranks 3rd all-time in points while also being in the top 10 in assists and steals. Eachwan is also the all-time leader in games played, starts, and minutes. The two won 107 games at Purdue, tied for the most ever. The Boilermaker Breakdown would like to thank JJ and Eachwan for their amazing careers. The women's team, meanwhile, won their first game of the NCAA tournament. The Boilermakers took on Kansas State out in Storrs, Connecticut Sunday. The Boilers brought home a 53-45 victory against the Wildcats and now look to face top-seeded UConn Tuesday night with tip-off set for 7:05. The baseball team spent spring break down in Tennessee, falling to Vanderbilt and Belmont, but went 2-1 against Tennessee Tech. The Boilermakers are now 13-6 on the season. The softball team spent last week in South Florida, dropping a pair to Florida Atlantic, but winning games against Florida Gulf Coast and Buffalo. The Old Gold and Black also saw Molly Garst break the career record for stolen bases, and Susie Rizgaki became the team's all-time leader in wins last week. The women's golf team won the admin staff Lady Jaguar Intercollegiate, while the men's team tied for 7th at the Furman Intercollegiate down in Greenville, North Carolina. The men's tennis team headed out west for the San Diego Invitational, where they went 2-1, placing 2nd at the event, while the women's team lost to Yale down at Atlanta, Georgia. And both the wrestling team and the women's swim team competed in NCAA championship action over the break. For full results of both of those events, visit their respective pages at PurdueSports.com. Congrats to Aaron Mertz for placing 3rd in the 3-meter springboard, earning All-America honors. And now that you're all caught up, let's send it over to Lauren Lapka to take a look at the week ahead. Lauren, the baseball team finally gets a chance at a home game.
That's right, Lisa. Plenty of chances to see the Purdue Nine this week. The Boilermakers open their home season with Illinois State Tuesday and Wabash on Wednesday before a weekend series against Bradley. Purdue will play the Braves in Peoria on Friday and Saturday before the two teams come to West Lafayette to close out the series on Sunday. The women's basketball team will compete in the second round of the NCAA tournament Tuesday night when they take on UConn. The game begins at 7 o'clock and can be seen on ESPN2. The men's swimming and diving team heads to the NCAA championships up in Minneapolis this week, where diver David Budaya looks to cap his Purdue career by adding a few more national titles. The softball team will spend the weekend out in Oxford, Ohio, taking on Miami, Toledo, Marshall, and Ball State. The men's tennis team will host Michigan and Michigan State, while the women's team travels up to Michigan for matches with the Wolverines and the Spartans. And the track team will partake in the SEC Big Ten Challenge down in Starksville, Mississippi. For ticket information to your favorite Purdue athletic event, visit the ticket tab at PurdueSports.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-49-SPORT. Lisa, back to you.
Thanks, Lauren. Good luck to all the Boilers in action this week. That does it for this edition of the Boilermaker Breakdown. I'm Lisa Singleton, and as always, I look forward to seeing you right back here next week. Boiler up!